Hello, I'm Michael Lang, Director of the Kansas Talking Books Service, and I am excited to announce a new item that's available to check out through the Kansas Talking Books Library. Inside this big blue storage container is our new Braille Awareness Kit. The purpose of this kit is to raise awareness in sighted children of Braille and its importance in the lives of individuals who are blind or have a visual impairment through stories and hands-on learning. Today, I'm going to open up this kit and show you everything that's inside. The first things you'll find when you open up the box are two spiral-bound portfolios. Book 1 contains how to use instructions, activity sheets, blank Braille cell worksheets, an NLS Fun with Braille activity booklet, a document called What is Braille, and a worksheet of words to Braille. The second portfolio contains a Braille in Public Spaces information sheet discussing some of the places Braille can be found in our day-to-day lives, famous blind people featuring brief biographies of famous blind or visually impaired people, including social media influencers. We have tactile coloring pages. These images have raised lines so the user can feel the object they're coloring, and it lets children explore lines and shapes by touch. I've got a seal there. There's a sad clown, a magic wand, a sheet of E&I Braille puzzle challenges, and a list of other Braille resources. I'll refer back to some of these documents as we go through the kit. But we recommend starting with, out of Book 1, the What is Braille document paired with these next two items. The books Six Dots, A Story of Young Louis Braille by Jen Bryant, and The Secret Code by Dana Meechan-Rao. These will introduce Braille to children, explaining how Louis Braille invented the Braille writing system, what it is, how the dots form letters, and why it's important. The books feature Braille overlay labels as well as the text. So we've got the Braille going over so you can read it as text or you can read it as Braille. With this kit, we encourage hands-on tactile learning, as identifying texture and materials by touch is an important aspect of the Braille learning process. To have children experience the tactile sensation of Braille, we have included a number of items. We have Braille alphabet cards. So the Braille alphabet cards have each letter represented here in Braille, as well as the capital sign, the number sign, a period, and a comma, and explains a little bit how the number system works in Braille. You have Braille rulers where you can see a little bit more or feel a little bit more how the numbers work, and it's also got numbers on each, Braille numbers over each of the number, and the fractions, the half and quarter inch and inch lines are also raised so that a student could measure something with that. We've got bookmarks for everyone to take home that say reading is for everyone on Braille, in Braille. And we have two boxes each of Braille number and alphabet tiles. I'm going to open up the box and show you what those are like. So the number tiles are large print. They have tactile numbers that you can actually feel, as well as the Braille underneath with the number sign. So this is 10, number sign 1, 0, 9, number sign, and the symbol for 9. On the back it's got plants, and you can count the number of leaves to get the number on the front. The alphabet tiles similarly have large letters on the front, so the A on the front, and it also on the back it has a lowercase a, so the front has a capital A with the capital sign and the Braille cell for A, and the back just has the A. So U. Now I know which one is the capital U. We've got the capital sign and the U there, and then the lowercase u on the back with the Braille symbol for U. For more tactile learning, we have included NASA's Getting a Feel for Eclipses, Braille and tactile images, so they can experience the tactile images and how the graphics enable people who are blind or visually impaired to feel and better understand textures, surface features, and compositions of items that sighted people learn through visual images. So if we open it up, we've got an image here of how a solar eclipse happens. We've got the sun. You can follow the path of the light over to the moon, and then you can see how the shadow hits the earth, and it's got it labeled in Braille, as well as you can feel it kind of throughout the images. Shows you different levels of eclipse, partial, the totality, the partial, the different phases. And then on the back it's got a map of an eclipse going across the United States, so you can see and kind of feel how the path moves across the U.S. Next, we have a stack of silicone molds in different colors. Everybody's favorite color might be here. Well, maybe not. My favorite color is here. So my favorite color is green, and I've got a green mold. Each of these molds has 6 circles, which resemble the 6 dots of a Braille cell, and children can practice making Braille letters and numbers by turning the dots inside out. Bloop, bloop. So I am making the letter. If I turn these in, I've got 1 and 2 up, and that's the letter B. So I've made a B. I can pop that out, and I can make an L. And you can have fun spelling with that, or just practicing your numbers and letters with these. Participants can also practice reading, writing, and spelling with Braille using materials from the portfolios. So in Portfolio 1, we have the NLS Fun with Braille sheets. Those have coloring pages on the front. Inside, we've got some matching games, some fill-in-the-blank type games, and then a spell your name in a blank Braille cell activity. A number of activities in that one. We've also included sheets that are just blank Braille cells that students can fill out with their pencil. We've got maxi dots, which are probably hard to see on this video, but they're adhesive dots that you can put on the Braille cells, so you can have a tactile feel for those letters that you're making, or if you have puff paint, you can use that to make a tactile words to practice your spelling. We've also included slates and stylus, so you can slide in a note card into the slate here and practice embossing words by hand using the stylus that are included. So you can, I'm not spelling anything, I'm just popping some cells, but you can write out your messages and then hand it to your friends and see if they can read them. Now, on to what I'm calling fun and games section. We also have included a Go Fish game that has Braille labels on it, so you can see the crab has a label on the top. It's dipped down a whale. So you can play Go Fish using your Braille skills that you have learned. We have an Uno Braille deck. I like Uno because they're actually embossed here on the top corner. So this is a green 8. It's got a G, it's got an 8. It's got an X, which I'm not sure what that means, but this is a green 8, and so you can tell that while you're playing the game and figure out what you have in your hand. We also have 4 ENI Braille cylinder puzzles. These are cylindrical puzzles that have Braille symbols in different colors on them. You can slide the rectangles up and you can twist them around, twist the rows around to try to match the Braille patterns or make any of the words that we've provided in Portfolio 2 on the E&I Braille Words and Challenges sheet. And finally, we've included more books for you to use as you see fit. There's a Twin Vision book, Bugs by Nancy Wilson and Joan Richards, right? That has clear Braille pages between the book's pages so you can read about the flea in text or in Braille, and people can get a feel for how Braille works as you're reading through the text. We've also included Grumpy Bird by Jeremy Tankard and Tin Pigs, an Epic Bath Adventure by Derek Anderson. Both of these were recently Kansas Read to Preschoolers selections, and they have Braille overlay that you can read along with the text. And finally, the book with no pictures by B.J. Novak, also with Braille overlay. So this book is a really good way to start a conversation about how visually impaired people often read books without images, and when there are images, the importance of describing those images for someone who has limited or no sight. And there you have it. That is the kit. I want to thank Maggie Woody, our outreach librarian here at Kansas Talking Books, for proposing the idea and building the whole kit. It really was all of her work. I'm just the one that gets to present it to you, so thank you very much, Maggie. This kit is now available. If your library is on the Kansas Library Express Courier, you can request it through Interlibrary Loan. You can find it on the State Library of Kansas catalog at catalog.library.ks.gov and search for Braille Awareness Kit, and you will find it there. If you have any questions, give us a call, 1-800-362-0699, or email ktb@ks.gov, and we will answer any questions that you have. Thank you very much.